What up, football fans? Hope you guys are doing good. So, Chelsea 4, Brighton 3. What a game, guys. What a game of football. It's been like ages. It's been a long time since we saw a quality Chelsea match, and we finally get to see it, and what a goal, what a link up, from Mikhailo Mudryk and Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson, like I saw a lot of this guy's videos. I didn't watch his live games, but I watched a lot of them highlights, from YouTube. So I could see that, he's very good at link ups, but I didn't expect this level of link up, like two games, like both the games, his link up has been fab, guys. It's just out of the world. And what a goal by Mudryk as well. What a finish. So I'm like, for Mudryk, I'm like really happy for Mudryk, because I don't know how to express. Like when I was watching the match, it felt good. I was really happy that this guy finally got a goal, because this guy came in when club were going through a hard time, things weren't going well, on top of that, he's an 88 million signing, so there is a lot of criticism there, and his confidence was quite low at the moment, and now, since he got the goal, he's going to do tons of good for his confidence, so I'm happy for Mikhailo Mudryk, and it just takes little moments in life to lift your confidence, and hopefully, it helps Mikhailo Mudryk, lift his confidence. So I'll be talking about other things as well, Malo Gusto, like Rhys James, like Rhys James, position is, under threat, guys. It's under threat, to be honest, because Rhys James has got a real competitor, in the right back position. This guy, pocketed Mitoma, that is going to be the right word. Mitoma is one of the best wingers out there, very effective on the ball, very fast, a very good player, likes to dribble, so Malo Gusto did good against them. That's the thing about playing Premier League teams. You already get a taste of how the football is going to be. When you play in the Premier League, it was much tougher than Wrexham. But the boys showed that they could do it, and we got a very young squad, so a lot of young guys out there, a lot of new guys out there, only 2 games, and the passing, the 1-2s, everything was just fab, and Malo Gusto, like I said before, this guy is going to be a serious competitor for Rhys James, but I hope, still I would prefer Rhys James to start. But if somehow, Rhys James' injury record hasn't been good, and if by chance, Rhys James gets injured, I think Malo Gusto is ready to take the place. I know that in pre-season, but there are a lot of things you can point out from it. You can clearly see the quality. Premier League fixtures aren't to come easy as now, but it is still Brighton, a team that's going to be playing in Europa League next season, a team that beat us last season, multiple times. So we did good against a team like Brighton, with all those young players, so it says a lot. And yeah, guys, Levi Colwill, like a lot of us were very excited, about Levi Colwill. There is a lot of hype around this guy. People are talking a lot about this guy, like a lot of clubs are interested in him, Liverpool being one, Brighton, more, a club like Brighton, is willing to offer 40 million for the signature. That says a lot. That says a lot. No disrespect to Brighton, but Brighton and other clubs, the clubs outside of the top 6 clubs, they sign players for a lower fee, and then they try to, improve the player, and then they sell, those players for a huge amount. But they are ready to start with a 40 million, bid, so that says a lot, and this guy, he was not as good as he was at Brighton, but he's passing, he's an ball passing center back, he likes to go with them long balls, that's his specialty, a left-footed player, and that's the thing, he makes a lot of good long passes. And who we got on the other end, we got Mikhailo Mudryk. This guy has got good pace, so if things work out, like if Mikhailo Mudryk, is confident, if Mikhailo Mudryk gets better, then this combination is going to be deadly. Levi Colwill with the pass, Mudryk on the other end, nobody is going to catch him, so this is going to be insane. But still, like I said before, it's only pre-season, but there are a lot of positives we can take from this match, and also the scoreline. Chelsea have scored 9 goals in 2 matches, Like this shit never happened last season. We were barely scoring a goal. Now we are scoring 9 goals in 2 matches. A lot of new players, a lot of new faces in there. But still we are managing to play so good. That says a lot, guys. That says a lot. And the Brighton match, like it was 4-3. It could have been better if it was 4-1, but Levi Govil went with the tackle. I don't know in the first place why he went with the tackle, because the number 9 of Brighton, I'm sorry, like I forgot the name, but this guy was not in the position to take a shot, but still Levi Govil went with a challenge. It's just about desperation, because Chelsea wanted him, like he wanted game time, he expressed it, and he was finally getting a chance to play. So he wants to give the best for the club. He wants to play better. So in the desperate attempt to prove himself, he made the challenge. It is acceptable. Right now it's the pre-season friendlies. It's acceptable. And I hope like this guy is matured. I'm not like thinking too much about that, because I know this guy is a very calm, composed center back. He's going to do better. It's just that moment he just went with the tackle, but nothing much to worry about. And also Angelo Gabriel, when we signed this guy, we all thought that he was going to be loaned probably to Strasbourg or some other clubs, but this guy is really good, and I think he has a little edge over Noni. Noni has got experience, but Noni likes to play around with the ball. He just holds on to the ball for longer, and that doesn't work out in the Premier League. I'm positive about Noni, but when I compare these two, Angelo Gabriel is more direct. He's willing to run. And I'll be honest, like guys, I like Noni. I like his confidence. He has a mentality of a king. Because football is not just about skill set. It's not just about talent. It's about confidence as well. It's about believing in yourself. So when it comes to that, Noni thrives at that. But when I compare Noni with Angelo Gabriel, it's just the directness. Like when I compare these two, it's just the directness of Angelo Gabriel. Just that I kind of really like, because he doesn't hold on to the ball for quite long. He doesn't play around with the ball. He is willing to pass at the right time. He's willing to walk as well. He's willing to go back. He's willing to defend. He's willing to cut in. So there are a lot of aspects to his game. So but still, like there's a high probability that Angelo Gabriel is going to be on loan. But still, those are some of the positives that I could point out from him. And Andre Santos, guys, this guy, like it reminds me of Jude Bellingham, because I used to watch some of Jude Bellingham's matches when he was at Borussia Dortmund. So it reminds me of Jude Bellingham, a similar play style. At the moment, like Andre Santos, is not at the level of Jude Bellingham, but this guy, provides something similar to Jude Bellingham. He can attack, he can defend, he's a good passer, the work ethic, just like Conor Gallagher, this guy is also a leader, So I wouldn't be shocked even if, like, I wouldn't be even shocked, if I see him be our future captain. All of us want Rhys James to be our future captain. I personally want Rhys James to be our captain as well. But Andre Santos got those capabilities as well. By chance, in case if Rhys James is injured, if Thiago Silva is not there, I think this guy can take the armband, not now, maybe 2 years after, something like that, but not now. It just got the capability, that's what I'm trying to say. And Cesar Casadei, guys, like he didn't start the match, second match against Brighton, he started the first match, but this guy, like this guy could be something that we expected Ruben Loftus-Cheek to be, like a similar play to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I just look at this guy, and I feel bad, because I could see, I've been watching this guy for a long time, guys, and I could see this guy had tons of potential, but he just didn't live up to the potential, because a lot of things out there, injuries as well, a lot of things to consider. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek could have been such a great player. We saw glimpses of it. We saw glimpses of how good he could be, but we couldn't see much more of it, because like I said before, a lot of things to consider, even injuries, but I could see the similar player in Cesar Casadei, a player who is tall, is a big guy out there, he can dribble well, he can shield the ball, very good at passing, and one thing that I like about Cesar Casadei is his confidence, guys. This guy's confidence stands out, because when you are a young player, when you are coming and playing at a club like Chelsea, not just Chelsea, at any club, there are a lot of other players out there, experienced players. So when you are a youngster, when you come into squad, you get nervous, there is these things, because we see this happen, a lot of times, young players tend to get nervous, so it's natural, but this guy was playing, especially the first game, he was playing like he was there for ages, he has been playing in the first team for quite a long time, the confidence, the passing, the way he was passing, the way he was driving with the ball, forward. So a lot of things about that, this guy seemed so confident on the ball, So guys, end of the video. Thank you for watching, and if you have your opinions, please. So guys, end of the video. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share your opinion, because I might have so guys, end of the video. Thank you for watching, and feel free to share your opinion, in the comment section below, because like I just started, I might not be able to say a lot of things, I might lack the knowledge about a lot of things. So let's create an environment where we can share our ideas, ideologies, share our opinions. So thank you for watching again.